Hey guys, here we go. Sorry I've been away for a while. I've been just kind of busy over the last year or so. A lot of stuff going on. Anyway, we're back in the garage here, and today what we're going to do is we are going to replace the LED flasher unit for the Toyota FJ. Again, what I'm going to show you is for a 2007 Toyota FJ Cruiser. So if you have one that's later than that, the relay may be in a different spot. So let's get to it. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why, but on the internet and all the stupid forums and all that, this is a big friggin' mystery that nobody can seem to answer. Anyways, what I did is I went ahead and pulled this off, in case you guys haven't done it, and that's basically the tabs. You pull this off at an angle, and it pulls right out. You don't have to worry about hurting anything or any of that stuff. So that just reveals the back of the panel. So down here, of course, you guys know that that's the fuse panel, right? Duh. So behind the fuse panel, on the back of the fuse panel, which is right here, okay, back here, that's the relay. It's actually sitting right there. It's no friggin' mystery. That's where it is. I don't know why people can't explain this on the other forums and YouTubes and stuff. It's a big mystery, but fuse panel and back here is the relay. Alright, now let's see what I can do about taking this thing off. Alright, so as I stated earlier, the actual relay is sitting right down in there, and the biggest thing is you really can't access it, but you can actually add some more light by just pulling this panel off. I've tried everything, and in fact the easiest way, even though I'm 6'3", ex-powerlifter and stuff, even I can do it. You got to get on your back, and you have to get under here. Let's see if I got it. I'm just taking a ballpark here. So you can see this is the actual black plug that came out of it. Up there is the actual relay sitting in there. And I think I'm actually going to leave it there. There's an extra spot you can clip on something. I'm going to go ahead and test fit the spare relay. If that'll go on there, then I'll have two in there. I'll have one for the conventional bulb, and then I'm going to actually have the newer one, really hopefully, where is it? Inside there, on that actual little cannon plug, and then I might just tie wrap it up in here. I gotta tidy up this wire and stuff too. So let's see what happens. Okay, so this is the relay. What I always do is I always go ahead before I put any connector in and put some dielectric grease on the actual contacts. Number one, it makes it easier to remove the plug in the future if you ever need to. And at the same time, it protects it from any type of moisture, corrosion, and it does promote electrical conductivity. I've been using this stuff for decades. I always have a good tube of it in the house. Alright, so I just test fitted this, and next to the other relay is actually a slot you can slide this one onto. So I'll show you the finished product, but after I plug this in, I'm going to slide it into that slot, and it'll stay up there. That way it's right below the stock relay in case I ever need it for any reason. Now it sits on the panel just like this. And the plug goes in here, of course. But when you go to remove it, let's see if I can get something for you here. When you go to remove it, there's actually a plug that's in here, and there's a little spring clip on the bottom. You press that in as hard as you can, and then just pull it straight out. And you can leave this attached to the back of the fuse panel. It'll just sit there as a spare. So squeeze the bottom tab, pull it out, and then of course that makes putting this one on even easier. So this isn't going to be too bad after all the stuff I read on the internet and everybody talking about, oh my god, it's so hard and you have to take this, you don't have to take anything apart. Just get up there and just go ahead and pull that off and put the new one on. So the biggest thing I'm going to have a problem with is getting these damn catcher's mitts, I call hands, in there to go ahead and remove the old bulbs. So I'll go ahead and set that up later. So just waiting for the Amazon to deliver the bulbs, and I'll go ahead and tackle that. And then we'll try the finished product out. Okay, Amazon just came. These are the front turret signals. They're clear because of the amber lens. These are actually amber, and these are the rear turret signal because the lens is clear, so you need a yellow bulb. So these are yellow LEDs, and these are clear. And these are going to be the brake lights and projectors and all that neat stuff. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this relay in. Okay, so that didn't work. That spot that was up there wasn't made for this relay. So I went ahead and mounted it right here. It's all tie wrapped, it's straight down underneath the dash. If I ever need to get to it, it's right there. I don't have to fight it, so maybe this worked out better anyway. So again, you can see that the old one is up there. Left it there, it's not hurting anything, and the new one is now mounted and tie wrapped right here. This was the easiest part. Changing the bulbs, that's another story. Okay, so you guys will recognize these panels here. It's what you pull out to get at the taillights in the back. The very first time I did that one, I upgraded to LED backup lights. I pried this end first and broke off one of these tabs on the other side, which is this goo mess here. So I just happened to have some spring steel, and I went ahead and cut that, Gorilla glued it in place, and then filled the top in with a black two-part epoxy. You know I can buy it, but the next time I make an order from Toyota Dallas or something like that, I'll go ahead and order one of these. But it's strong as heck, it's not going anywhere. So if you've never done it, make sure you pry from this side first. The dead giveaway is the notch. Stupid me, made a mistake. So yep, tank is not Mr. Perfect. I try, but I do break stuff. Then I had to come up with a way to fix it or replace it. So these are another cool thing. I think I got a set of these from Genuine Hot Rod or Harbor Freight, one of those anyway. It's 4 different ones. They're plastic. You can pry stuff out without marring anything up. Alright, for those of you that have gorilla hands like me, I couldn't get my freaking hands up inside this hole, and a bulb actually fell inside of the housing, so I ended up having to rip the whole back apart, take the light off, just so I could exchange the freaking bulbs. Anyway, that's one side down. I'll get the other one, and then we'll get back. Everything seems to be working fine. Alright, well, I'm back here, and I have it all apart. Let me show you guys how I did this. So we have a 12 volt here, we have a USB double port, and of course I wanted to make them look factory, so I went ahead and actually put them in this panel here. What I did in the back, here's your giant inverter. Alright, you got the 2 big wires here, this ground, this hot, and I went ahead and tapped off of here, actually put a fuse in that I can actually pull through this if I needed to get to it. And basically that's it. And then tap that off, and that's what I use to plug into the back of here. That's it. Easy enough. And I soldered, guys. No screwing around. Soldered these things. Alright, well, as you can see, guys and gals, I've had to end up taking this all apart. Just taking the light out, it makes swapping the bulbs so much easier, unless you've got tiny little hands, which I don't, and I'm all, well, you guys know how it is. All you do is get scuffed up. The good thing is while I have this off, I do have some insulation, and I'm going to go ahead and put that down, or I might use some rubberized undercoating to go ahead and spray this area to make it a little bit more quiet back here. I'll see what I come up with by the time I'm done. So for now, got to reinstall that tail light, tighten everything up, and start putting everything back together. Anyway, we'll catch up in a bit. Okay, so like I said, the relay was the easiest thing. Here's the finished product. Everything's a lot brighter. Shot the LED right in there. Be neat to see this at night. And again, that's going to be replaced with one that is actually really, I don't know, kind of black. It's smoked really dark. That's how it lights up. Should get that in about another week. That'll be nice. Anyway, guys, that's it. Again, the bulbs were the hardest thing. The relay, piece of cake, and at least hopefully now you know where it is.